In our recent publication, we were interested in single-cell transcriptomics data. In particular, we're interested in single cells, particularly stem cells, differentiating into different subtypes. For example, blood stem cells differentiate into red blood cells as well as immune cells and other cell types. And nowadays, rather revolutionary technique has become available to measure the transcriptomes, so all the different transcribed proteins and transcripts in the cell at the same time in a single cell. So the idea is that you can amplify this small amount of RNA to quantify this in what's called single-cell transcriptomics data. These data sets now become real big data in the sense that we have not only for a single cell, but for a few hundred or nowadays even a few thousand cells, the whole transcriptome, of course, very badly sampled. But what we can now ask is if we see how one cell differentiates or develops into these other cell types. Let me give you an example. So what we can do is we start with, let me put it this way, we start with a stem cell here, and this may turn into cell type A or into cell type B. What we measure now of these different cell types, though, is the transcriptome profile. And for this, we look into many different transcriptome quantifications. This is typically a few thousands or so. And to visualize this, I just do this now in two. Let's say we have observed a few of these transcriptome profiles. So this will be gene A, this will be another gene measured. And then these cells develop and maybe turn off both genes or turn on only gene A and not gene B, and then you see these type of dynamics. And what we have now developed is a method to find these type of developmental dynamics and to order cells along these dynamics in an automated way, and this is what we call diffusion pseudotyping. We apply this to a series of examples, and in particular in blood, but also in other settings we find cells where these decisions are about to happen, and we also find these directions, these type of clusters or groupings, and we can now ask, for example, what happens, what is specific in terms of a gene switch or gene regulatory pattern at such decision points. And in the future, I think there's going to be a series of extensions where we not only do this for a certain setting, but for larger scale systems, and where we apply this maybe also to not only transcriptome, but maybe also protein data, which is happening with cytoph machines and similar things.